Hi guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nicki.
And we are just two lassies. We got new mugs today.
We did.
Do you like them?
It's going with the pink theme.
It is. I know, I chose well.
So today we were thinking, it was actually another follower of ours that had basically was saying that she wanted to talk about kind of like our jobs and specifically being self-employed. So we thought we would touch on that subject because as timing would have it, we've got a little inquiry in that obviously we don't want to talk about in detail because it is for next year. Yeah. But it's exciting because it's not in this country.
Just two lassies on tour.
Just two lassies on tour. We'll, you know, if we get the opportunity, if it's a definite green light, then we'll vlog it and we'll put it on like TikTok and YouTube because I think Sam's got a camera that she wants to kind of try out.
I do.
So yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about today, being self-employed.
In this industry, yep.
Exactly. So I think being self-employed is great for freedom wise, like you get to like work your own diary and take your own time off and you know, do admin and stuff. And then obviously we're on a team, so team admin, you know, goes through the boss, so we don't have that kind of aspect to deal with. But being self-employed is sometimes a fucking boic.
It's so hard.
It's fucking a boic. You're CEO, you're HR, you know, you're managing yourself in between, time management, remembering stuff.
Fuck, see if I've not got it written down, it's not happening. But oh my God, see last year, my diary, my, what was it? My Google Calendar glitched and it deleted my full year. A full fucking year. That was weddings, that was in here, bookings. I
swear to God, I would shite all up my back.
Honestly, I was nearly crying. I was sweating buckets and everything. Like, thankfully, this is when I do backup. I have to have it written down in an actual paper diary.
See, I used to have a paper diary, but because like I've got like, because I don't use like the Google Calendar, I use just the Apple Calendar on my phone and everything. See, in fact, just talking about that, see the way the Apple Calendar, do you use it? See, like the new thing when you come out of the month, and you know it used to be dots underneath if you've got something. Actually, miniature tells you what you've got.
What it is, yeah.
So mine's like blue and it says wed, and I'm like, okay, now I can exactly see throughout the month when I have weddings and what's actually happening with it.
It's not Google Calendar, it's that calendar I use.
Is it Apple Calendar?
It's Apple Calendar, I'm lying.
Right, I actually don't because
so that's what glitched and it deleted everything.
Gives me the fear.
Right.
Guys, I just want to let you know, we are human beings. Human beings
happens. We fuck
can
up.
sometimes make mistakes. Like, it's perfectly natural to make mistakes when you are self-employed. You just need to like kind of collateral damage it. Is that right? Like, just kind of, okay, I've fucked something up. So you just try and be fair and like, say it's a bridal trial or something like that, and you fucked up. And it's your fault, and you know it is, and the bride knows it is as well, and it's just a case of putting your hands up, apologising, telling the truth, tell the truth, and then offer maybe like a half-price trial or like a free trial, depends on how, you know, much it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to do that, which means your mistake, you're taking such a financial hit for a mistake like that.
Yeah.
So that's where it can be quite stressful, really quite stressful, as well as not getting paid if you're sick, not getting paid for your holidays, which means you have to save money and you have to be a good saver as well. Yeah, so...
See, going on to the calendar though.
Oh yeah, no, I come back to that.
Right. So when I was trying to, there were some that I didn't write down in my handwritten diary, but it really made me so aware of all the different places that people are booking me through, and that stressed me out. So I was getting them from Facebook, then I was getting them on Instagram, but then obviously having to go back through like Fresher as well, and then my actual private email. I was everywhere trying to make sure I had all of these bookings in. See, and I'm like, I need a better system. I can't start taking like appointments through all these different avenues. It's just getting too much.
It's too much.
Aye.
Because I was taking all my bookings through like my business email, but then as it turns out, I was like, you know, replying to their emails, and some of them wasn't even coming through. So I had to jump over to Instagram, because if they inquire through Instagram, I'm like, oh, just email me. That's where all my inquiries are. But as it turned out, it was because they weren't getting the replies. I was like, I'm just going to have to do Instagram. I don't take anything off of Facebook now, because I don't know about you, but Facebook is dying.
Yep.
Facebook is dying. That's what you get, Mark Zuckerberg.
I know. I'm actually in two minds whether to delete my actual Facebook, see my business side of Facebook. Cause
I literally never use it.
I don't either.
Honestly, I don't even look at it. I'm just like on Facebook personally, just flicking through, looking at like comments.
All the beef that happens.
But apart from that, it's really just like Instagram or the team or a couple that comes through an email. It's fine now because people are now getting my responses. But then there's another thing that you need to manage.
What?
All these different platforms. All the
social media aspects of it.
Because I've ended up, like, if I get like my own personal booking and say it's through like Instagram or something, obviously name, details, how many people I'm doing, where I'm doing it at, and then in brackets, Instagram messages, so that I know where to find this person.
You're so smart. I've not done that. Honestly, I need to do that.
Just fire all the information in one place, honestly, because I'm like, where do I find the amount of times I've been like, right, if they message me, because my like number is on some of my stuff, so sometimes they'll message me, then, or sometimes they'll WhatsApp me, and then sometimes it's Instagram or it's email, and I'm just going through all these things that I'm like,
it can be overwhelming.
So much to manage.
I know. So I've started keeping it like as a file for each bride now. So I've got like their name and their date as like the title. So I know exactly, right, that's who I'm looking for. And then I go in and it's like all details of what's happening on the day, how many I'm doing, how much deposit I've taken, how much is left to pay. Then it breaks down for a trial, all the products I used, all the skincare, you know, I've used. But then I've also attached the trial pictures into it. So I know exactly, right, everything I need for this person is right here. But I need to add that in of what bit of social media did she come from? where have you landed? Where have you come from?
That's where it comes. It's a learning curve though.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Amy has taught me so fucking much. Honestly, she's taught me so much. Especially when it comes to like just be organised. If you are organised, our job is 10 times easier. 10 times easier. But it's dealing with all that admin stuff that you're just kind of like, right, where am I here and what am I doing there, and okay, that's that, okay, that trial picture's for then. I never used to put the trial pictures in, and then I realised, oh shit, when was their trial? And it go all the way back in my photos,
try to find
to
them.
then save that photo, to then put it in where the booking is, and I'm like, this is a pure pain in the ring.
Yeah, it's so stressful. I know it's only recently I started doing that with the pictures, but then we've obviously, for all of our brides that we get through ARC, like through Amy, we've got our WhatsApps that are dedicated to those brides for like on the day, so we're all like, whoever's out doing that wedding, we can like communicate. And
that's the good thing about Amy though, she's super organised, she's on the ball. So when it comes to that sort of stuff, like we just literally open the chat with the date, we've got all the photos, all the details, all the forms, everything that's in it. We can text into that group and we can communicate with each other. So say we're going in different cars, I'm like, Sam, there was traffic on the motorway, just watch, blah, blah, blah. She's like, right, no worries, I can go another way, or maybe I'll be 5 minutes late, no big deal.
That's only for starting at different times though, like. Normally with car share, it makes
perfect sense.
Yeah, because we need to have our Starbucks.
I need a coffee, Joan. I'm worse than a man doing if I'm not getting a bit of caffeine in me.
You don't want to experience it.
My head's still in the ether. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'll put this tongue on, I'll use this hairspray, and then we're done.
That looks about right.
But yeah, like the organisation of being self-employed is super important. You have to have it. And also when you are organised, you feel more relaxed.
You do. So I've now, whenever I get anything in, any inquiries, I'm like immediately in my calendar, write it down. Whereas used to like take my time with it and be like, I'll respond to them later. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're literally just doing it right in that moment.
I cannot open a message and not reply, because if I open it and walk away, I am never getting back to you. I will not remember that I've opened it. So when it comes to like you know, Instagram messages. I had like 8 messages to get back to, and I just sat and I did it all this morning.
Yeah.
So technically this is my day off, but you're never really off when you're self-employed. Like there's always a little something that you need to do. Always something.
There's always some admin or some social media.
Aye, exactly. Like for example, we're filming this the now, but after we're done, I'm checking what colours I've got for the rest of this week. So,
and I also need to do an update on my kit, foundations. I didn't realise how low I was running. And I'm like, oh shit, it's wedding season.
And then
sort this.
As well, just talking about like your kits and things. So you've got your kits to pay for, and then you have to update it all, and it's always everything runs out at the same certain time, which in one way you're kind of like, okay, I just need to do like a mass order, like I know what I'm doing, and then for maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'll actually be okay. I don't need to really think about it. But the issue with everyone running at the same time is how much it costs to replace, and it's extra for makeup artists. I think our products, the products I use, it's mostly Moroccan oil. They're very reasonably priced. I've got some colour wow as well, but they're still on the pricier side. Do you know what I mean? They're reasonably priced for what they do. They're amazing products. That's so good. But when you're talking about a £42 foundation, you're not just getting one shade.
No. So I've got, how many have I got right now? £500 worth sitting there, and that way I'm like, I don't want to hit buy because I like to see money in my bank. You know, I'm like,
£500. Do you see what I mean?
That's only foundation, and it's not a hell of a lot.
No, it's not.
So they come in a wee small box. I'm like,
so there's a lot of expenses that go along with it as well, but obviously you keep your receipts and you do what you need to do when it comes to your
then with makeup
tax.
artists as well, you've got the disposables.
Yeah.
You need to think of as well, which are not expensive, but when you're like in this season, you run out so fast.
Oh yeah.
Like you need to do a big bulk order with them, especially sponges.
Especially like powder puffs and sponges, all that kind of wee stuff.
Yep.
Obviously, like I'm not a makeup artist, so there's certain things that literally go over my head. But there's like particular products for myself, like Silhouette pump spray, like that runs out. I need to like get 1 or 2 like every week. Every single week I need to get one of those, and obviously the Moroccan oil stuff, I'm using that a lot more since I went on my little masterclass. I cannot remember the name there. Going to Dublin for that for that masterclass. Like I've like upped my game with that sort of thing. I'm investing more in those types of products, so I'm using them a lot more. So it's not just Silhouette pump spray now. That's going to probably get reduced, and I'm going to replace it with what I'm using now with the luminous hairspray, like the Stronghold stuff, because it's just so malleable, it's so nice and adds shine to the hair, and it's just so much better than pump spray. So, but that's more expensive. So I'll be going through a lot of that as well, but that's where you see like the kind of price increase every year. Is because we're using better products. It's because our skills are upped, and we're in a better position to really give a better luxury service, really, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. You need the luxury products. You can't advertise as being a luxury artist and have not the right products in your kit.
No, we're not doing false advertising here.
No. Not here.
Not here. Yeah. So yeah, you've got all those like expenses that goes along with it. Obviously when you're doing weddings, like you're making a nice bit of money, and it's like a bulk. It's almost like a handful of money, like every so often, which is great because it takes you over the edge of that horrible slump at the start of the year. January, February and March for me are such a financial slug, like because you might have a couple of weddings, but it's simply not wedding season. It's winter, technically the end of the year when you think about it, because for me, New Year starts in April because we're in spring. So technically it's those harsh winter months. No one's really getting married. Everything's dark and dreary and bleak, so your mood's always down anyway, but you're hanging on by a financial thread. You
really need to plan for that throughout the year.
So again, you need to save. You have to save your money. So it's not as if we're getting these like wads of cash or anything like that every so often, and we're like, woo, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. We like treat ourselves accordingly. We book holidays with our partners or solo. accordingly, but we do really need to save for the first 3 months of the year, plus our taxes.
Yeah.
You need to save. I think like when you're in a job like this, you think, oh God, yeah, loads of money, like, you know, living the flash life. You're not. I live month to month.
I do too.
I live month to month. Probably like the majority of you guys, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially see taking in like with the kids as well. Like my money doesn't really go to me. I'd like to say I splash out or whatever and I buy myself nice shit. I never do it. I get so guilty buying myself at anything.
Well, this is the thing. Sam's a mother of two as well. And
demanding girls.
I don't have dependents, so but you do. This is the thing.
Yeah.
So you've got more of a outlay.
Then you get birthdays and Christmas on top of that, and then holidays.
So really, what we're saying about self-employed is think about it.
Have a real long, hard thought.
Have a real long, hard think about it. But one thing that I do get from being self-employed is job satisfaction.
I love my job. See, being able to be so creative and being around women.
Oh,
I love it. It's so inspiring. I think like after every wedding that I've left, I've always took something away from it. You know. Yeah. No, I wouldn't change what I've done.
No, definitely
it's been
not.
definitely the right path.
It's definitely the right path for me. I think when you think about being employed by someone, you've got job security somehow, don't you? You're getting sick pay, you're getting holidays, like because you're entitled to them. Like you're getting maternity pay.
I was going to just say maternity pay. That's a big one.
Maternity pay. You know, you're getting that. You know, your taxes are done for you. You know, you're getting your wage slip every month. You know exactly what you're getting, and if you get a bonus, you know that is really you know a Brucey bonus. Great. So, and it's different for us. It's different. Like you do need to be organised and save a lot of money and deal with everybody face to face. Like there's not. The face to my business is me. The face to Sam's business is
me.
So any complaints, anything like that, which thankfully is few and far between.
Yeah. I think we've been really blessed, to be honest. Like,
very blessed with that.
Our brides the past like couple of years have been amazing.
Oh yeah.
I can't really recall even one bride that's been like.
I mean, there was one
like one that I've done anyway. You know?
No, like I've never had a bother with a bride, like but there has been. So I'm going to tell you a story about just one of the most, just one of those days where you're doing your job and you just feel as if you're failing, and you just feel like you're letting people down. It's horrible. It was October 2023, and I was doing a wedding at Cornhill, and it was 3 people. But the bride, it was an English girl, and one of her bridesmaids, she had loads of bridesmaids, but one of them was like a hairdresser, so she was doing a lot of the hair, and the bride has got me in for her and 2 other bridesmaids, and that day I had a sickness bug, which was the fucking other end, and also my period pain hit. Oh, for God's sake. And I couldn't take painkillers or Buscopan or anything like that because I was bringing it up or it was coming out.
Yeah.
So I managed to do 1 bridesmaid and started the bride off, and I was in so much pain, so uncomfortable. There was a million people in the room. I had to go out. I had to go out. I went down into the toilet. I was there for about half an hour rolling around in pain because I couldn't take fucking painkillers. And thankfully the bridesmaid who did the hair, she just stepped in, God bless her, and finished the bride's hair. And I have never felt like more of a failure. The bride was an hour late for her wedding, and it was my fault. It was my fault because I wasn't well. But then again, like, what could I have done?
You're human.
I couldn't have done anything. Like, I can't just cancel on this lassie, but then again, I might as well have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just felt horrible. I had to message her afterwards and just apologise. She said it was okay, but see, to be honest, it wasn't. It was her wedding day. And she's only going to do this once, and I've still got her on Instagram. We follow each other, and she's been married for obviously over a year now. She's got a little girl. And she just looks so happy, but every time I see her, I just feel so terrible and embarrassed by just making her run late, 'cause I wasn't well. So that's another thing. No one's there to replace me if I can, you know, step in.
Yeah.
But I think it's just good to be honest and like transparent about this sort of stuff, because it's real and it's real life, and some things just don't go to plan all the time. But thankfully, it's few and far between. And since that time, obviously I can't help if I get a sickness bug, but I can map where my period pain's going to hit and get prepared.
Yeah.
Heat pads, you know, painkillers. If I need my little mini hot water bottle, I can take that with me, and I'm going to be able to get through it. And if I need to sit down to do the hair, because that's more comfortable, that's absolutely fine. See, as long as I'm getting it done and getting them down the aisle for the time allocated. That's all I really care about. Yeah. So, you know, she wasn't a difficult bride. She wasn't like that. She was just like, she didn't give me a hard time for it. She didn't make me feel bad about it, which I really appreciated. Yeah. You know.
That happened to me, I think it might have been last year actually. And it was during one of my flare-ups. And I still obviously had to like go. I was never going to cancel like on a bride. There were 6 people to get ready. I didn't have anybody's backups. Like the other girls were already out at weddings. So I went and I done it, and it was in between bridesmaids that I had to do like a pause. But we had loads of time anyway. But I just went to the bathroom and I lay on the floor like for about a good 10-15 minutes because I had to take my pills.
Yeah.
And so until they kicked in, I couldn't stand. Literally, my legs gave in. And I was like, how the hell am I meant to do the rest of these if my legs aren't going to hold me?
Especially if you're like in front of them doing their makeup, because if you're having like, you know, a kind of shooting pain or anything like that, you're trying to hide it in your face.
You can tell in your face, your eyes tell it off when I'm in pain. Like my mum says that, she can pull me up immediately. She's like, you're sore today. And I'm like, how do you know? She's like, literally your eyes just look sore. But yeah, most weddings now have like a stool, so I don't take it with me. Just if they have like a footstool or like a wee stool in the room, I'll just wheel that over and I'll just use it. Yeah,
because you need to do what you need to do. At the end of the day, it's someone's wedding day.
Yeah,
and just talking about like obviously there's wedding season, which is predominantly, I would say, May through September, October.
Yeah.
I would probably say, I think since COVID, they're now any day of the week, at any point in the year, which I obviously will love.
I love that.
You know, you don't have to just get married in the summer. Plus, this is Scotland. June, July and August, I can guarantee you it's probably going to fucking rain at one point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like
May and August seem to be the kind of better months.
May and September. Because September weekends always dead nice.
True.
Which is fine, so it's usually around about my birthday. But
I was going to say, my birthday the past few years has been hot, and I'm October.
Yes, you are.
I'm October. Yes, I am.
October Libra, September Libra. Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us.
Balancing out the scales here. But yeah, when it comes to like wedding season, I don't know about you last year, but I was fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
I got to like the end of July and I was like, oh, thank God it's the end of July. It'll just calm down but by August. And then by the end of August, I was like,
I can't handle this anymore.
I'm so exhausted. You know, but fair play, I didn't give myself any holidays, by the way. I didn't have any time off for a good solid like 6-7 months. However, that was my own fault because I wasn't organised.
You wasn't organised.
See, it was more.
But the thing is, though, like, because like weddings are booked in advance, so we need to make sure we booked a holiday in like at least a year or 2 years. Like,
I've got my holidays in for next year.
Yeah.
My holidays are already in for next year, and that was another thing Amy taught me. Amy was like, Nick, you run your own business, hen, and I'm like, of course I do. Why am I not going into my diary and
like scoring things off?
I'm just like, la la la. You know, he's in the fucking clouds, that's fair.
Oh, see, before I fly out, actually, in May, I have got 4 weddings in a row. So see, by the time I come on that flight, I'm going to just be like...
May? I have 5.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
That sounded like such an 11 a leaf thing, didn't it? Like, we're probably dating them. Me and you.
Oh no, I think we are actually. Oh, who didn't book me then? They booked you.
Oh no, it's a lassie who's booked me separately. It's
okay.
It's not through the team.
That's fine.
It's not through the team, Sam.
Go fuck yourself, fine.
Frenemies.
Love you.
But that happens where you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I remember I did, I think it was seven weddings in a row, but in my head it was like 5.
Right.
Because I go from like Monday to Monday. In my head, a week is like Monday through to Monday, right?
That's what mine is.
So I was like, okay, that's fine. I've got 5. No, I had 7 in a row. I just didn't account for the Monday and the Tuesday wedding.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, I've got 5 this week. No, actually, I don't. I've got 7, so it's in a row. So that can happen, and it does get exhausting when you've got so many in a row. And it is good to just be like, oh, actually, do you know what? I've got like 5 weddings in a row. I'm not going to take that wedding. But sometimes you're like, no, I want the cash. I'm greedy, and I want to do it because I want the money for it. Do you know what I mean? Because this is my work. Again, because we're self-employed, and that's another thing. You don't want to say no. Because you're like, what happens if I don't get another booking, or what happens if I've taken that day off and maybe I'm not as financially stable as what I will be when, then, and what happens if I've overspent, or what happens if I've, paid for a solo holiday. It's all these what ifs, like you just don't know.
Yeah.
But wedding season wise, definitely, like it's so busy in those months. We never take holidays in those months.
No.
We savour our days off if we do have days off. So that's why for me, the first 3 months of the year especially, I sit down on my rear end. And I do not apologise for it either. Like, I am sitting down and relaxing and having as much relaxation time as humanly possible, as well as doing cuts and colours or going to the gym or whatever. I take as much time just chilling out, because when it gets to wedding season, it is non-fucking stop.
Yeah, you don't have that luxury of just like having downtime and switching off.
Exactly. You've usually got like eyebrows and lashes in between doing your weddings, and I've got my regular clients who need their cuts and colours done. Yeah. And I'm like, how am I supposed to fit these people in when I'm doing all this stuff?
Well, that's why I put a post out, was it a couple of weeks ago? Just like reminding people, like, this is wedding season, like obviously you guys are all going holidays and stuff, like make sure you've got your hair appointments and lashes and brows booked in now in advance. And book in advance, because that's something I took from last year as well, because I couldn't fit clients in and I lost a few. You feel guilty though when you have to say, no, I'm like, I've got stuff on, like I'm already out at a wedding. What happens if I've been doing this person's hair for, say it's like a year, and they're going on holiday and they want their hair done for their holiday, but I can't do it because I'm in the middle of waiting season. I cannot fit them in until well after the holiday. They're going to go to somebody else, which is absolutely fair play. Absolutely. Totally. And then if they like that person, they just stay with them, because what happens if it's difficult to get an appointment with me again? So you can't take it personally. No, you don't. No. You can't take it personally. It's just someone needs their hair done and they found somebody else. It is what it is. There's more than enough people to go around, I know. Last year though, I was doing weddings, and then I was scheduling people in after the weddings on the same day to come in and get like their lashes, their brows done, or if they had a night out and they had makeup needed done. It's torture. So no, I've learned for that, I can't do it. It's actually torture. I honestly was just like a zombie by the end of it. I was in my bed, like I don't even know words anymore. I have had to, just due to my own, again, you learn something new in this job every single year, and I'm no joking. So I've ended up getting everything sorted, everything organised in mind, and not booking the day off in the salon fresher. Which means that some people's bridal trials have had to get moved. So not only am I going to be out doing weddings, I have to come back and do bridal trials, which I'm kicking myself for, which is something else that I need to learn, that I'm going to implement. With every booking that comes in, I'm like, right, I need to put it here and I need to put it here. I learned that last year because I was fucking up majorly, because I wasn't booking off the weddings in the diary, and then I was having people book in the morning though for their lashes and brows, and I'm like, oh wait, shit, I'm already at a wedding. Like, oh no, I can't do it. So obviously they're not too bad if they've not got things on. It's not like urgent. They're fine to get rearranged. But then if the likes of someone that booked in to have their makeup done because they were going to a wedding as a guest, I'm like, I hold my hands up, my mistake. I'll try and find you someone else, like a replacement. But yeah, you just need to be honest about it.
I had 2 occasion here, so this was people going to weddings or going to events, and I had to message them. And don't get me wrong, I've left it enough time for them to find someone else, but that's still not the point. I had to basically say to them, I actually have a wedding booked in for this day, and obviously brides take priority. Obviously they do. I'm not going to cancel someone's wedding because I've got somebody's wedding guest here to do. But you know, that's another thing that we're still learning. So I think that's good to be transparent about that as well. Like, listen, guys, no one is perfect.
No.
This is the one thing that I think we're going to constantly push and push. No one's perfect, right? You're going to make these mistakes. Just don't make them, just sort it out. Just don't make the mistake again. And then don't beat yourself up for it.
No.
Yes, you can feel a little bit annoyed about yourself, but feel that for like 10 minutes maximum, and then just be like, right, solutions.
You have a problem, let's solve it. You're not going to solve it standing there in like an
Standing there
absolute
fucking
mess.
getting upset, which is something that I used to really, really do.
Yeah.
I used to bring my stuff from home, or the stuff that was going on with me, into whatever job I was doing, and it just... Like, you just can't do that.
No.
You just can't do that. And I've learned that so fast because, again, when you're corrected, I've been corrected many times. It's absolutely fine. I take a correction. I had to get corrected a couple times, and since then I've not let you know, those things get to me. I've not brought it to jobs, and some mental fucking shit has happened the day before or the night before a wedding, and I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell? And then I get up, put a bit of slap on, go to the wedding and pretend nothing has happened.
Yeah, you just need to leave all baggage just left at the door.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's someone's mourning. This is like a core memory for them. Like, you need to show up with the right energy, the right attitude.
And it could be a case of, like, say we've got like 70 weddings in a year. And then those are 70 bridal trials on top of that. So you've got 140 different like occasions where you're interacting with brides, but for those like 70 weddings, each one of them is just as important as the one before. So you need to bring the energy every single time. This is why it can be exhausting. Yes, you could do like 5 or 6 or 7 weddings in a row, but you have to bring that energy every single day for that entire week, for that all those months.
That's where
for all that
gets
seasons, because it's that woman's wedding day. This is one of the most important days of her life. You need to leave your shit at the door, which is exactly what we do.
I will say though, to get that vibe, the bridesmaids, they need to be on it though with a good playlist. High energy playlist, not soppy love songs or sad songs.
Not sad songs.
That's not what we need.
For me.
Another song. Here we go.
Why? And I want to slap my wrists.
Yeah.
I'm not interested
Come
in
on.
that. Let's get don't stop the party. Don't stop the party.
Don't stop that party.
Don't stop it. Get Pitbull on.
That's what you need though. You need get ready vibes. Like, no.
Remember when you were like in your early 20s and stuff, and you used to go to your pals, I used to get, well, it wasn't a bottle of wine, but I used to get a wee quarter bottle of vodka, a mixer, and a
Lamborghini.
20 sterling jewel, right?
I used to have Lamborghini.
Go to your pal's house, get ready, pre-drinks. Like I used to, my pal Caroline, she lived in town, and she had a balcony, fags out in the balcony, go back in, get ready, play Ring of Fire. Like, the vibes before you went out were sometimes the best bit of a night out. Sometimes the best bit.
I miss that, to be honest. I need a good night like that.
One night.
and then just go to bed, not even make it out. We'll get ready and then just fuck off to bed.
Instead of actually doing our makeup, we just do skincare.
Shots, party,
shots, one game of Ring of Fire. Babe.
I'm so up for that. Our birthdays.
Oh my God, it should be a birthday treat. We should vlog it.
Another vlog.
Add it to the list. But like, that is the vibe of a wedding morning. You are getting ready with your girls to go have a fucking good time.
Yeah.
So bridesmaids, bring it for your girl. Do you know what I mean? Don't just sit there like, oh, I'm not really sure what to do. Oh, I don't really know. Listen,
It's not your morning.
Your pal that's the bride is a queen.
Yeah.
Run after her like a blue arse fly, and then see when the wedding comes and all the vows are done. She's honestly, she'll come and ask you if she needs anything. Mate, have you got my lipstick? Mate, can you help me go to the toilet? Mate, is there something in the back of this dress? Mate, can you fix those buttons? Can you take this veil out? Like, it's annoying me. Do you know what I mean? Like, she'll come and ask you after that, but just be a wee bit more attentive. You know?
Yep. Do you mind back in like, the old days though, like when we were first starting out? That was always Homer's.
Always Homer's.
Always Homer's.
I used to go to the bride's house to go do a trial.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like it was so much running about, but this is the thing, you need to invest.
Yeah, that's where you all start from the bottom.
You need to kind of bend over backwards because you're trying to get your name out there. You're trying to get people to like, you know,
you try to build your reputation.
Yeah, exactly. And what else? First going and like doing brides for the first time when I wasn't an assistant, when I wasn't assisting anymore, when I was actually doing brides. My tits and arse would sweat profusely, and I'm not joking. Like I was so nervous. But again, you just kind of, ta-da! I'm here.
Yep.
When I show you list.
Like trembling inside.
But it just kind of, the more you do, slowly but surely, it just fucks off. And you end up just going in to a lovely group of lassies, having a laugh, getting creative with what you're doing, making women feel confident and good about themselves, and then you leave on an absolute high. And this is what I'm talking about, job satisfaction. Yes, being self-employed is difficult in some parts, but in some aspects it's so rewarding. And isn't that why we do anything?
Yeah.
Isn't that why we do anything? To feel fulfilled and rewarded.
Yeah, it's a good career choice, I think.
Yeah. I definitely. I love being in the industry. I absolutely love it, and I just kind of fell in it. And if it wasn't for Amy, like honestly, if it wasn't for Amy, I would just be like, holy shit. So I feel like this episode is dedicated to Amy.
We love you, Amy.
We love you, girl.
Love you.
You know,
but she's
the captain of the ship, really.
Well, I fell out of makeup. Like I've done it since leaving high school, and I've always kept it as like a side business. Then I went away and studied acting like during lockdown and after lockdown because it was something I was interested in. So I've got a degree in acting as well. But not really did too much with that. But Amy done Stacey's makeup for her wedding.
Oh yeah.
My sister.
Aye.
And that's when we started to get chatting again. And I was like, I miss doing this.
Yeah.
And that's how I fell into being in the team. It just so happened when I reached out to Amy, being like, right, I'm just going to get back into doing my weddings again. So if you're ever stuck for anyone, just give me a shout. And she was like, actually, I'm going to build a team. And I was like, oh, the timing of this is just lined up perfectly.
See, it's the timing of everything. It really is, because I didn't go and do hairdressing until I was 25. So that's interesting as well. I think, honestly, what's for you will not go by you. Obviously, don't just sit in your rear end thinking that something's going to come to the door.
Just fall in your lap.
It doesn't work like that. There's an action that has to be taking place as well, but you never know who's going to come into your life, what opportunities going to, you know, come before you, what doors are going to open. You've got no idea. So just be grateful for the fact that you're like, do you know what? I've got this idea. I want to try and do something with it.
See, if you don't try it, you're never going to know if it's going to ever work. Like, take a risk.
No.
That's my thinking as well. Like, money always comes back.
It really does. It really does.
Like, put yourself out there. You don't know what's going to come.
Aye.
Yeah. Create your own opportunities. It's motivation with Sam now.
Exactly. I feel like, obviously, this is more like job centred. This one, I feel like, again, we've kind of went here, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this makes some sort of coherent sense. You know, we are in our jobs in the bridal industry. We're both self-employed within it, obviously. And if there's something, if there's an idea that one of you guys have and you're already got a job, you're employed somewhere, maybe you want to start something else as a side business. I mean, how many people have started side businesses and it has like skyrocketed, or it's like taken off to the point where they can actually give up their full-time job to then go and do that, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's magic.
Yeah, but that's alignment though. It's the energy that you put out into it, because you're not doing it for the financial gain. You're doing it because you love it. It's your passion. So the bonus is you get paid for it.
You're like excited, and that's the reward.
Yep.
You're putting all this effort in because like it really makes you excited. And excuse me, the byproduct to that is, oh, okay, I'm getting some money from it as well.
That's
like that's really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to go self-employed, watch. Watch.
Think about that.
think about it and make the leap. I think do you know what? I think if me and Sam can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, definitely. Especially that one.
Especially me. See how if I can do it, you guys can certainly fucking do it for sure.
Just be organised. That's just the key.
Just be organised. Please be organised. And also remember, you're human. Give yourself a fucking break. You're not going to know it all at one time. I used to beat myself up for not knowing everything about a subject. I don't know how, like, where am I going wrong with this backcombing, or I don't know why I'm doing blah, 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 fucking blah, all this negative narrative. Like, no one is going from 0 to 100 like that. There's every other number in between before you get to 100. Do you know what I mean? It's the full, it's you need to take each step and know that you're not going to know it all.
No.
And then when you do come across mistakes, like how we've been disorganised or, you know, not planning things properly.
Muddled up diary.
You learn from it, and you're just kind of like, okay, sorted. On to the next thing, not going to beat myself up for it.
Yep. And I think as well, if you've got a talent or an interest, so for instance, if you're wanting to do like beauty, like go out and like, put yourself out there, but if there's one bit of it, like for instance brows, and you've got a real passion for that, then put all your energy into that, because you can have a solid business just being a brow artist. Like, you don't need to have the whole package. I think sometimes that's where I've went wrong. Not wrong, like I do well, like with my lashes, brows and makeup, but it was always like, right, I've mastered makeup, what other skill can I now do? You know, because I've went and done spray tan, like I've got that as well. I just don't do anything with it. Like, yes, I've always built and built and built, but I think my main focus now is my passion is makeup. So I know, right, okay, we're going to focus heavy on that, but then I've got obviously brows and lashes as well. But
that's the thing. There's under beauty, under the umbrella of beauty, you have all of those subjects.
Yeah, you've got all these different things you can pick from and then really hone in one.
Yeah, as well as hair. Some people are colour experts, some people are extensionists. I just love doing it bridal. I just love doing it, and that's what I specialise in. You specialise in makeup. Yeah.
Specifically bridal makeup.
And again, career tapas. You need to try a wee bit here and there, see what suits you, and be like, no, I'm going in this direction. I'm going in this direction. And it doesn't matter what age you are either.
Oh God, no.
What age you are. If you've always wanted to do like massage or nails or hair or makeup or whatever, and you're employed, you're married, you've got a couple of kids, and you're just like feeling that, and you want to take that leap and go and do something, just go in that direction. Like, what have you really got to lose here?
At the end of the day, you're gaining a skill.
Regret, you're going to just regret, like, damn it, I wish I'd just done that. You're going to regret the stuff that you didn't do.
Oh yeah, aye, over the stuff that you did. Well, depending on what that is.
So yeah, I mean, what really is, how can we summarise this? Because we're really just talking about our jobs here.
How can we summarise it? Go self-employed.
Go self-employed.
Just go self-employed.
I stick it to the man. Stick it to the man.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, I hope you took something from this.
Yeah, I hope this makes coherent sense, by the way. And if it doesn't, then welcome to Just Two Lassies. Welcome. Is it your first time here?
Go back and watch all the others.
And watch all the other ones. You'll see what the narrative is in this place.
It's a lot of nonsense.
And a lot of crap. Here, there and everywhere.
Maybe that's what we should have called it, here, there and everywhere.
Here, there and everywhere. Or just a lot of crap.
Just a lot of crap.
Hi, this is our podcast, Just a lot of crap. Where we talk a lot of crap.
A lot of crap.
So yeah, anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you immensely. Like, share, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.